In continuation of the last lecture, let's again go with that. Let's while we in last lecture we was creating the queue manager. So let's just finish the queue manager. Max one, and we gave you. Let me create the queue manager. 1 minute. Let go to new, then queue manager. Let's put the queue max 2, and let's put the port number and the finish. Then that lecture I missed that, and click on the finish. So now key manager is created, and you can see here, you will see in just few seconds there is some process is going on background, and after that you will see the queue managers here. What the queue manager do? Queue manager will control everything, queue and everything. Just you can see here the queue manager 2 is created. That's the queue manager. If you go to its properties, you can see here uh, there are various properties related to that. You can see here the queue manager name is qmax2. It is running on the Windows platform, and it is there are some more properties you will see later, that the extended and various things is there. I will let's come on the queue. The queue is there are various type of queue is there, and that's local queue, alias queue, remote queue, transmission queue, and editor queue. So we will go one by one, and we will learn in details. We don't need to worry about that. What is local queue, and that's all. So let's go move on the first. The what is local queue? Local queue is a something is a queue that having the physical location. It has a physical location. If in that queue we can store message and anything. If you want to inform a message, we can store here. And let me show you creating by creating a one show you by creating one queue for you. For creation of the queue, you need to just go to the queue. Here you can see there is no queue created. Just click on the right, new, and then local queue. If you go here, just write the local queue name. I am writing local queue name as the queue max 2, so that and that local. Why I am writing like that? You can write any name. Just I am trying to remember in letter, so that I can implement for many purpose. So I am just keeping the simple name so that I can remember that. What is the system.default.top local.queue? What does this means? You can select and choose anything else from here. These are, you can see this is the some default queue that is given by the IBM, and this all queue having some unique properties that is inbuilt defines. These are I mean there are many some system queue, and they having the some different work and different properties defined with them. But if you see here the system.default.local queue, it is also one of the queue where some default properties of the local queue has been defined. And why this is defined? Because if it is not defined, when we are creating, we need to configure lots of things, and it will take us lots of time to make it more easier. IBM has made just a system queue, and saying that if whatever you are creating, that will takes the inherit the property from here. Are you getting my point? That whatever we are creating, that local queue will takes all properties from the here, that the system.default.local queue, and that's the reason the IBM had decided to create the a system queue. And if you can also define later you can also change the later the what properties as per your design and the requirement. But for now I am just moving that with the system.default queue, and let me do the next. Here if you see that the it is giving the types of the queue is the local queue. Description you can also write anything that's not required, but you can write just like local queue or We have written like this. I have written local queue for the QMX2. There is the put message and the get message there. I will learn in this detail. There is a message type of default persistent. I will also learn here with this in detail, and we don't need to worry. There is some extended properties, cluster, and the triggering. Everything is there. So we will get back to that. Let me go to first on the uh, what do you mean by the put message, or what do you mean by the get message on that. If you go to the put message, if something application is putting a message in that, let me finish the queue, then I will go to get back to it. Let me finish. If you have finishes, then you can see the queue has been created, and there is queue name is qmax.local, and type is the queue is local, and you can see there are properties having decided here, and you can read here. Let's back to some properties of the queue in next lecture. We will study everything in details, so we don't need to worry about that. So let's back to the properties of the queue. And